casa. What's the word on TA? The same thing that's been word yesterday and today morning, and every single day that we've been talking about what's happening. So just continue doing with dumping. I was going to cash out some ETH. I didn't get it. S&P 500 up, DXY down, and Bitcoin up. Yeah. So how bearish are we when Bitcoin dumps and DXY dumps at the same time? Turn the music down a bit. No. It's not 50%. Banaleswa, the man, the solar, the music is in the chat. This time burns, bro. Just a second, guys. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay, okay, mute, yeah, audio mute. There we go, there we go, there we go. All good, guys, all good. Center plan, Priest, Simple, Thrice, Linda, Simple Technology Badge Guitar. With dumping, not quite yet. Great S&P up, DXY down, and Bitcoin dumping, yeah. So how bad do we have to be to dump on the downside when you know, DXY is going up? Sorry, so DXY is dumping on downside, but Bitcoin is dumping on the, you know, I thought we are not correlated with this thing over here, but looks like we sometimes we are. Right now we are getting back inside this triangle, as you saw in the thumbnail, and of course the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 are up, you know, big time right now. You'll see also on this chart over here that we are technically right now, you know, everything is, you know, green except Hang Seng, you know, Hong Kong, but you know, everything is up, you know, green today. So why we are dumping, I don't know, guys, I don't know. Good evening, good evening. Liquidity forgotten years. Put the music louder, it's too low. Not if I check out VC, valuable coin, I mean, up massive, 6,000, 1,000 total minted. If it's up massive, man, I don't know, man. I don't wanna go into some stuff that's up massive. Spentos one. We got a moderator in the chat right now, so you know, be careful, guys. Be careful. Mute, mute, mute. Okay, guys. Okay, okay, mute. Yeah, I'm good now. Tilla, you gotta repeat what you said. No, I don't. No. We're not repeating this stuff. You know what's interesting? Luna started dumping while BTC was mini pump. I'm like, wait a second, something's not right, lol. You are using Luna as some kind of indicator of what Bitcoin is gonna do. I don't know, man, about that, man. I don't know about that, man. I think Luna got the mind of its own. I think Luna got minds for. I think a lot of people FOMO'd into Luna down here. I'm gonna show you. So you can see here. I think a lot of people FOMO'd into Luna up here. It was going, you know, up. You can see the trend line up here. You know, it was going in the trend line, and then, you know, came up here, and then, you know, broke that, and right now going towards downside. So we might expect more, maybe move on the downside. There is another coin that's actually, you know, been pumping big time today. It's called where is the coin? Where is the coin? It's called ANC, up 186% right now. ANC was also one of these coins that dumped when Luna was dumping for whatever reason. I don't know how this actually played out, but in the last 2 days it pumped, you know, 674%, 672% towards the upside. You know, from the bottom down here, you know, it's up like 35x already. But you know, but everybody's talking about Luna, but nobody's talking about this. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Even I missed you know, ANC. Did not even look at it. But you know, it's up over to right now 184%. CMA gap, can you look for that? No, we are not. We don't care about CMA gaps, man. We don't care about CMA. We can look at the CME chart. The gap's around 35k. No, this is the daily. Yeah, the gap up here is around 35k. That's where we got the gap. We got a gap at 35k up here. Whether we're gonna close that or not, I really don't care. We will eventually close it because Bitcoin is gonna bottom down here somewhere, right? And eventually it will go up. You know, it doesn't have to go up right now, but you know, it will go. It can do this and then, you know, then close the gap. You know, but we don't care about this. We don't care about gaps. Gaps doesn't matter for us, guys. Gaps doesn't matter. What does matter, on the other hand, is this triangle that's being formed, the same kind of triangle that we have on our charts right now over here. Give or take, maybe something like this. Maybe. Looks like a pennant, guys. Looks like a pennant. Also Luna for V7. There's too many calling for pump. I was suspicious. Hopefully stop dump before 22,000. Got plans in place to buy all the way down to 22,000. My funds will run. That looks scary, man. Nah, we all good, guys. All good. You know, everything is going according to the plan. The plan is to go down more. So everything's going according to plan. I'm generally wondering how many bought at, now at 30.6. I think a lot of people bought down here because there was several ways you could draw this you know, triangle up here. There was several ways you could draw the triangle. You can see on our triangle we said, okay, we broke it towards the upside, but nothing is happening. This is the worst breakout ever. Nothing is happening. There is no bullishness in the charts. And then, you know, I changed the lines a little bit up here. I changed the lines a little bit up here. And then if you use, you know, the wicks here at the top up here, right, then you get this stop up here. So maybe, you know, the lines were a little bit incorrect, you know, and that's why we are right now dumping that side, because we were never actually outside of the triangle. So that might be it, right? What do you think about Phantom, Near, and other algorithmic stablecoins? Not much, man. I really don't understand those kind of stuff. But what I do understand is that if somebody got enough money on the algorithmic stablecoins to, you know, to sell them, they won't be able to defend the coin. So, you know, Luna tried defending with Bitcoin, but, you know, they started selling too late, from what I heard. Wasn't it the Binance CZ that said if they start selling when you know, Luna was down 5% to defend the peg with Bitcoin, they would have, you know, this wouldn't have happened, but, you know, they waited, and then it started going down, and then, you know, the spiral of bad stuff happened and it dropped pretty much down. So even when they tried to, you know, defend the peg by, you know, selling Bitcoin and pumping USD, they didn't actually make it. So, you know, the way these algorithmic stablecoins work, from at least my understanding, is that, you know, you have to, you know, you got algorithms, you got mechanisms in place to, you know, push the coin towards the upside and downside, depending whether it's above or below 1. And then, of course, if there is not enough buyers or sellers, or somebody's pushing too much towards the upside or downside, then you have to, you know, use your own backings to actually stabilize the coin. And we saw right now what can happen if somebody has a lot of money and there is not enough liquidity to, you know, on the peg. So, you know, I'm not quite sure about these algorithmic stablecoins. I wouldn't, you know, put my money into it. But what I do know is that they are printing USD to give you 20% returns. So any kind of stablecoins that are giving you returns, I would be very, very suspicious of that, because that's, you know, basically how Ponzi's are working, right? They are kind of printing, you know, they tell you, hey man, give me, you know, $100 and I give you $120, you know, as soon as I print more bucks. So if they survive the bear market dumps, then they should be stable to the upside. Luna? I don't know about Luna. I wouldn't touch Luna after this, man, because, you know, I do not trust the guy, Do Kwon. And I don't think a lot of other people trust Do Kwon. You know, so, you know, anything that he touches, you know, I will stay away from. But that's me, that's me. What will happen if the tweet from Elon comes right now? Elon has, you know, a tendency to tweet, you know, at the right moments. So why is there a question mark behind his name? I don't know. Let's see what he said lately up here. Net returning astronauts to orbit after space shuttle program ended. Elder Ring, some blah blah blah. Power Mage, but see the sword, blah blah. I don't have a burn Twitter account. I do have just blah blah. This was nice. TSCs, yeah, he didn't tweet anything much, but, you know, he does have tens, not Luna, but Near. I agree. Now, I don't, you know, I'm not, I don't understand a lot of these coins and what they do, and the blockchains and how they are working, right? So, you know, I cannot, you know, express my opinion about Near or what it's gonna do. But what I can express my opinion on is, you know, how the chart is looking. And right now, unfortunately, we did, you know, break this this upper sloping trend towards the downside right now. So right now we are creating a secondary trend on the downside down here. There is definitely some kind of trend line up here. Whether that's this trend line up here, maybe it's this trend line up here right now. That right now we are pushing towards downside. Maybe. Who knows how this is gonna play out? There are definitely other support lines over here on the chart. Of course, that got broken big time. These two very important ones got broken on the downside. We got this one down here that's actually holding a little bit right now, and then we got the bottom down here as well. So you see these two very nice lines. We got also something down here as well. Let me see, you know, moving averages up here and how they are playing out. We got a 50. We don't have anything below that. so maybe we just don't have enough data up here. But you can see down here, you know, in general respect that, you know, we are right now being pushed by this 10 moving average right now on the downside. This might be some kind of a double bottom as well, and you know, we might break this towards the upside. Where is the line up here? Something like this, maybe something like this, something like this. I've noticed a lot of these coins have exactly the same lines up here. Let's go to the 4-hourly time frame up here. Maybe, I mean, it could be something like this up here, give or take. You got this one, this trend over here got broken, then you got this trend got broken towards the upside. You got a falling trend down here, expanding triangle up here, something like that. You see here it tried to, you know, climb on this 4-hour time frame, and right now it jumped down. We got 9 minutes until 10 minutes until the you know, 4-hourly close, so that's gonna be exciting. Let's go back to Bitcoin for a second up here and see how this 4-hourly close is actually gonna affect us. What you're gonna see here right now is that, you know, in this 4-hourly chart, we are actually climbing towards the upside. We made a nice bullish move above the moving averages up here. We tried slowly to get up here, you know, and we had when we had this other trend line up here, we actually managed to get above that, but you know, you can see down here it just didn't work out, and right now we're dumping below all of the moving averages again, and it's very bearish move, unfortunately. What I did not see, and I actually just saw right now, is that there was a rising wedge up here. I did not notice this on the small time frames because I wasn't actually looking at small time frames, but there was maybe some kind of rising wedge up here. You can see here a rising wedge on the small time frames up here, and we broke that rising wedge to downside, tried to get back in, failed that, went through the support and went down. What you can also notice down here is usually these rising wedges go just down to the bottom, and right now what you can see here, mama what you see right now over here on the usually these you know, these drops goes down here, maybe consolidate here and continue towards upside. The fact that we did not consolidate, the fact that we didn't even stop up here and just fell right through there, that shows a huge bearishness in the market right now, that, you know, at least on the small time frames right now, that we are not actually bullish at all, guys. Unfortunately, we are not bullish at all, and this this support that should be holding up here right now at the bottom of this rising wedge down here, it kind of failed up here. Usually, you know, we go down to the bottom of the wedge. Even when you're climbing towards upside, you can, you know, you can do something like this and then climb in some kind of rising wedge. Then you fall down, you get some kind of support, you hold the support, and then you continue climbing towards upside, right? So these are very normal moves in any kind of bullish market when there is a lot of bullishness and people are buying. But when you are breaking the supports, that's very bearish. Now, unfortunately for us, this on 1-hourly time frame, so, you know, even though we fell down, we have, you know, still on the bigger time frames, we got a you know, major support that can hold. But overall, you know, in short term right now, it does not say that we are in any shape, form, or, you know, bullish in, you know, any kind of way. That's a clean trend line support in 1 week, the TF, right? Not quite sure what you meant by that. Sorry, the chat is going a little bit too fast for me, I think. Those lines, you make me nothing, bro. Yeah, man. Forget the lines. Do you want to show me? Let me show you what means something, guys. Let me show you what means something. Okay? We're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna show you. This is what means something. This is what we follow, guys. This is, you know, lines. Who cares about lines, man? You know, meme lines. Like, people really think like, I mean, you're just gonna draw the lines and, you know, that means something. You know, it's gonna dump. Come on, guys, come on. You know, we do it because, you know, people are very gullible, you know, and they're like, you know, lines and stuff like that, right? But no, we do, you know, what actually works, and that's the moons. So what you're gonna see here, that, you know, we got the dump moons over here, and we got a pump moons, right? And every time we got a pump moon, we pump, and we got a dump moon, we dump, you know, pump, dump, pump, dump. I tried pumping up here, and then we of course dumped. Right now we try pumping up here, but very soon on the 31st or 30, you know, May, we are gonna get another of these dump moons, and bam, right back down again. So, you know, lines, nah. Moons, yeah. 1 hour air cycle lapse encapsulation. I would say make a trade live. Nah. I don't trade, man. I don't trade. I do, you know, do buy and sell, swing trades and stuff like that, but nah. I'm just waiting for the button right now. I'm transferring all my money, you know, getting ready to buy the bottoms. These lines are the reason I'm counting my BTC short money right now. We don't care. What's salty? Don't be salty. Nah, it's okay. We don't mind haters on the channel. The only people we mind is people that spam the chat, you know. But you can pretty much say, you know, pretty broad, you know, range of, you know, topics, as long as they're in the space of whatever we are doing. You know, you hate, it's okay. You love, it's okay as well. We don't really care. I'm here to make money. You're at the wrong place, man. 1 second chart. Yeah, but 1 second chart is not that impressive right now, because I mean, yeah, we have been going down and stuff like that, but you know, there is nothing that's really going on right now. I mean, it's going a little bit up, a little bit down. We got 5-minute close on the 4-hourly. Let's try to figure out where we want to close on the 4-hourly time frame, guys. 4-hourly time frame, we got a support down here. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so we can watch this, guys. We can watch this on the 1 minute time frame up here. You know, this is gonna be very, very bearish if we actually close below down here, below, and make another make a lower low down here. Let me see if we're gonna get any kind of divergence up here on the chart. No, there will be no divergence if we actually do that. Let me see 8-hourly chart. Down here there is no divergence. Let me see 12-hourly chart. There could be slight divergence, but that can actually, it just so, you know, the divergence is so slow that, you know, small, if it continues up here, it will you know, it will how do you say it? It will correct the divergence, right? Let's go back to the 4-hourly time frame. So we're gonna watch this. We can watch this on 1 second chart, so you know, that's fine. Let me just zoom in a little bit up here. Let me zoom in a little bit up here, and we're gonna go, let's go first the 5-minute chart, see how this is actually playing out. So you can see right now that we are getting, you know, pushed down to the line down here. This is the support line. Let's go back to the 4-hourly. What are the two lines? Oh, this is the trend line. Okay, so this is the line. This is the line, guys. This line, we got still 56, 50, no, 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left, guys. 3 minutes left. Let's go to 1 minute chart up here. 3 minutes left. So this is 1, 2, 3 minutes left up here. Let's go to 1 second chart. And when is that gonna be? When is the line? Let's put the line up here. There we go. That's the line, guys. That's the line. If we, by the time we get over here, cross the line downside, we will technically be create a lower low on the 4-hourly time frame, guys. On the 4-hourly time frame. So this is let's see if this can actually play out. So what do we have here? We got some kind of, you know, bottoming signal down here. We got some kind of support line up here. We got some kind of top line up here. We actually managed to get above that a little bit. I think this is some kind of fake out up here. Maybe we are outside the triangle. Nah, we're gonna respect the tops, man. We're gonna respect the tops. Maybe it's some kind of triangle up here. Oh, there we go. We broke the support on the downside down here, as you can see right now. Still got, you know, something like 2 minutes left, less than 2 minutes left over here. 1 minute and 45 seconds left right now. You can see here we actually broke on downside and retested this trend line down here. Went down below the support, still continuing on the downside. I think it's gonna go below the support down here right now. It's gonna pushing it down right now a little bit slowly. The moving averages as well are coming down for us right now. Oh, there we go. Big move towards downside, big sell moves towards downside. Let's look at the volume up here. Yeah, the volume kind of kicked in up here. You can see here on the move towards downside. You can see how very important the level of support that was, and right now the bulls are coming back, trying to save the day, but they still got, you know, less than a little bit above 1 minute. 1 minute and 5 seconds left, and right now we are back down again. So bulls and the bears are actually right now fighting it out. You know, they're trying to stay, you know, the bulls are trying to stay above the line. This what the level is that line at? 29,149, but I think bears are a little bit more more bearish than bulls. You can see here on the volume down here on this big candle towards upside, that was actually nothing, but look how much volume is coming on every single dump towards downside. The bears are definitely winning this. This looks like it's gonna we are gonna get lower low on the 4-hourly time frame, and unless something big happens right now we still get something like 28 seconds left till we come to the 4-hourly close up here to this line. This is the ending line, the finishing line. Right now they're trying to push a little bit, but the bears are too strong and the bears are keeping the price down below the support level. You can see right now the resistance line on this 1-second chart is also below the support level at 29,149. Will we actually manage to do the one last push towards the upside? Will there become any kind of volume in these last seconds? I don't think so. I think the bulls already gave up, and there we go guys, couple of more seconds and this will be over. Congratulations to the bears. Bears won, and we are right now below the 4-hourly support line. We are also creating a lower low on the 4-hourly time frame. You can see down here, this was previous low down here, and right now we're creating a lower low than that. This 29,149 line got broken. Bears won, unfortunately, but as you can see right now, this is what's happening not only on this 4-hourly time frame. This happens on the daily time frame, on the weekly time frame, all time frames. There is always a war between the bulls and the bears, and right now unfortunately the bears are winning every single fight. Doesn't matter whether that's a second fight, minute fight, 5 minutes fight, 4-hourly fight, daily, weekly, monthly. They are just winning literally everything. Right now we are trying to push back because the bears actually won the fight, so they can sit down and rest a little bit, take a a little bit sip of champagne, sit down, because this doesn't matter right now. The next candle close come in 3 hours and 52 minutes, so they got time. They can sit down, relax, go to the bathroom, do whatever they need to do, celebrate a little bit, and then when the bulls have try to regain some territory, they will come, sit down with good morale up, and the bush continue pushing price towards downside. Unfortunate for everybody else, over here, right? So there's that. Very important lines, very important closes right now, and this 4-hourly close just right now told us that this is extremely bearish close. Not only did we create a lower low down here, we actually managed to get below all of the moving averages on the downside right now, and soon we'll start hugging this bottom down here, and it does look more and more like we are just gonna drop right back down again below this triangle and continue on the downside. That said guys, I said that there is of course probability to go up here, and I thought this might have done that. I thought we might have just continue up here towards upside, towards some kind of 31, 32,000, and then get rejected and then go down. But if you start going down here already, the new moon is coming in. Maybe new moon is already right now affecting the charts prior to the breakout, so you're gonna see that. But we still haven't broken out, so this can technically still go for a long way. I know we are down like 3.7%, we are down 4.4% right now on Bitcoin just a couple of seconds ago, but it's not any kind of significant dump yet. It's not any kind of significant dump is gonna come once we break the line on the downside. So that's what we're looking for. Is TradingView acting weird for anyone else? TradingView always lags when there is a lot of thing happening. So when we get a compilation moves or pump moves or anything, if there is anything especially happening beside boring sideways movement, TradingView is laggy. Yes, that's correct, because a lot of people want to look at the charts and their servers cannot actually handle it, so they need to fix that. This feels a lot like 40k resistance, felt like a couple of weeks ago. Sash, you should be a sport commentator. You missed your calling. Yeah, I definitely missed my calling. No, I actually found my calling, because to be a sports commentator you need to be interested in sports. I'm a little bit interested in football, but beside that, nah. I short at 30.4, still in the trade. Let's go lower. Yeah, so bears are loving this right now. Crypto George thinks Bitcoin may have bottomed out, folks, but it's not Crypto Russ. I've seen a lot of other people saying that Bitcoin has bottom out. This must be bottom, and we think it's pretty close, but we think it's gonna go a little bit lower. All retail earnings this week are negative. Walmart down 20, SPX will dump. Yeah, it will dump eventually. I think we are at the bottom. Alif is in chat. ATL was part of your course from the beginning. I lost the TL extension indicator from TradingView. How can I get it again, please? Alif, if you are in the you should still be able to be in the Telegram group, so just send me a message there and I'll send you the link, man. No problem, man. We already have 8 red candles in a week. Well, you know, 2 weeks ago we had 6 red candles in a week, and everybody saying like, you know, this is so rare, it has to go up. Then 7 red candles, everybody was like, oh man, we have to go up. Right now it's 8, and people are saying like, statistically, yes, it's true. Statistically saying that we have to go up because we have, you know, we had 8 red weeks in a row. That's true, because, you know, statistically we should pump a little bit. But unfortunately, statistics, you know, you know, even when there is some 1% chance for something, you can still get like, you know, 10 heads in a row, you know. So I put some stop losses so I can sleep good tonight. That might help, that might help. But you know, the move down on the 4 hour was actually quite devastating for the bulls, unfortunately, right now. In you know, I'm losing a little bit faith in retouching this 31-32 level of resistance. So right now what I'm looking at is the triangle and waiting for the breakout towards downside. The triangle does seem a little bit off, especially this bottom line, guys. Maybe we are already broken it out, because if you do something like this down here, if you do something like this, like, it looks like we are out of the triangle on the downside. We did that, you know, a couple of times before, so I'm not quite sure how legit the line is. Maybe you should go something like this up here. You see, let's go to the 1 hourly time frame and see if you can get another better line up here. Nah, not quite sure, you know. Let's go to the 4 hour, let's go to the daily time frames. Let's see this on the daily. Let's try to, you know, draw the line on the daily time frame. This wasn't engulfing, so we gotta use this. We gotta use this as well. Maybe this is one touch, and it should be all the way down there, but it cannot be that one, because this was, you know, a horizon that broke that. Should be maybe something up here. Horizontal line, maybe it's a horizontal line. But I said I don't believe in these ascending triangles or ascending triangles. You know, I believe in symmetrical triangles. So this bothers me. It kind of bothers me a little bit. But maybe it's not, you know, but maybe that's why we are having trouble, you know, drawing this stop line up here, because it is kind of, you know, a little bit on the side. But it has these 3 very nice touches on the chart, man. 1, 2, 3 very nice touches on the chart, and this is engulfing candle, so that's fine. But this is not engulfing candle, so we gotta use this on the bottom, right? And then there we go. This one, maybe just in the last part, but not even the last part up here. And if you use something like this up here, maybe there's something up here. Maybe something like this. This looks like a you know, symmetrical triangle, you know, up here. So, you know, maybe we were right the first time. Maybe we did break out, fake out towards the upside, right now back down on the downside. So we got to redraw a little bit line down here. Should be something like this. It does seem like a, you know, really weird triangle. Maybe something like this. Maybe we broke out, but you know, this is too steep in, you know, in comparison to this bottom one up down here. So, you know what we should do? You know, we are trying to be very accurate with these lines, and I don't think we should need to be very accurate. This looks to me more like a channel, guys. This looks more like a channel up here. It might be a channel, you know, down here, because, you know, channel looks a lot nicer than any kind of other triangle that you can draw. Maybe you can draw some kind of triangle up here, and then maybe some kind of triangle up here. Maybe there is a triangle, but it looks so nice, like some kind of channel. Now, what we did have is folding channel. Where is the channel line up here? We did draw it something like this, right? So maybe there's that. Good evening, crypto humans. Is Andre coming back to Phantoms? I heard some talk about that. ANC is on fire. Yeah, we talked about ANC in the start. ANC seemed to be on fire. WTF am I watching? I don't know, man. Just lines, just meme lines on the chart. This is a similar capitulation to the 5th May. 5th May? No, it's 4th May. It's not 5th May. It's not 5th May. It's 4th May. Oh, you mean this moved towards upside? Oh, this moved towards upside. Yeah, so it went up a little bit and down again. Maybe. But you know, it's not exactly the same. It's not exactly the same. In my opinion, the elites can't make Bitcoin any cheaper. Otherwise, Bitcoin will run out of supply tokens faster, and elites don't want people to be rich, in my opinion. I don't know how that's gonna play out. Let me show you something on the chart, guys. Let me show you something on the chart. Probably on the daily chart. We should be looking at this on the 4-hourly time frame. Can we look at a 4-hourly time frame? Do we have not data? Yeah, we have. No problem. We can look at this on. So we're gonna look at this previous dump down here, and what you're gonna see here is that we had a triangle up here, and then I had a breakout and right back down again, right? Breakout and right back down again, right? And then the same thing happened here, give or take. We had a triangle, and then we had a breakout and right back down again, right? And then we had that on the small time frames up here as well. You know, we had some kind of triangle, and we had a breakout, right up, right down again, right? Until, you know, this bottom down here. So we had this, you know, 1, 2, 3 times the same pattern. You know, whether this is the same pattern or not, I don't know. Maybe it was something like this up here and then down here. Small actually breakout. This actually went down and then up. So, you know, this one up, 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 and then this one up, down, and up. And this was the bottom down here at 3,400. All right, so you know, it tried to, you know, fake out towards upside, fake out towards upside, and then, you know, fake out downside, you know, get everybody bearish, and then bounce back up, right back up again, right? So got everybody, you know, really screwed, because you can see here it went up here sideways, and then faked out towards the upside, and then right back down again. Then it went sideways up here, fake towards upside, and right back down again. Sideways, fake towards upside, right back down again. Then it went sideways. Instead of, you know, faking towards upside, it faked towards the downside, and then bounce right back up again and continue towards the upside. So this was some kind of a, you know, this was some kind of a, you know, some kind of fake out, you know, trying to, you know, shake out everybody, you know. So everybody thought we are gonna go below, you know, 34,000, sorry, 3,400, something like that, you know, but we didn't. Are we gonna see that kind of fake out? The same thing kind of happened over here, a little bit like that, right over here. This, you know, this move towards the upside, but this was more, I think this was more news than anything else, and then we dropped big time on the downside down here and continued dumping towards the downside. But this entire move up here was kind of predicted all the way up here. Do you remember, guys? Do you remember the first video up here? We knew that this was very bad, very bad. You need to watch the video. That's the video from 21st April 2022, emergency video. So entire move up here so far is playing out, Bro, that's American football passing technique. My break of triangle downside line missed by 6 hours. A great moon date, sir. Moon date is 30 or 31st. That's the new moon, and then we dump. I think you said somewhere in June or July. Yeah, in June. Moon date, yeah. June, 14th June and until 14th June and the 13th July. 13th July, that's where we're gonna hit the button, guys. That's where we're gonna hit the button. So, you know, you gotta stick, you gotta, you know, stick in there a little bit more, you know, because, you know, the button is gonna come in very soon. And after that, there will be accumulation phase that's gonna be looking like a very bearish accumulation phase, I think, to get everybody to think that we are gonna drop down. So, you know, there will definitely be bearish patterns all over the place. But it will be accumulation phase, and after that we go, you know, straight up. That said, guys, so hopefully can actually make it this time around, right? So that's the actual plan. That's the actual plan, right? Elon Musk warned Americans a few days ago to be careful that the dollar bill could turn into Venezuelan value worthless dollars. It cannot be worthless because it is backed by the government and the military, so and the oil and the financials. Venezuela don't have neither the military nor the world domination of nobody is using the Venezuelan pesos forever. I think it's called pesos, right? You see what's happening in Russia, right? They tried to close down the Russian stuff, and Russia said, if you want to buy oil, you need to use ruble, and you see what's happening with ruble, right back up again. I think ruble is right now worth more than it was 10 years ago or something like that. Let's check it out. Currencies, let's just go over here. Ruble USD futures forex. So you can see here right now, it is climbing. Let's use USD to ruble. I think people like to watch this chart more. At least I will like to watch. It's down at 57, 58. So you gotta go back, I mean, pretty far down here, like 2018 down here at 15 as well, to get this kind of strong ruble. But the reason we are right now doing, the reason that the ruble is doing this right now is because the ruble started collapsing when the section kicked in. But when they said if you want oil and gas, you gotta buy ruble. So people start buying ruble, and this is actually going a little bit down. So ruble is pretty strong right now, ruble, But what is Venezuela gonna do? Hey, if you want our oil, you need to buy, Venezuelan money. They cannot do that. But if you want oil and if you want, merchandise and stuff like that, and pay debt and stuff like that, you gotta use dollars. So dollar is not gonna hyperinflate. So that's why they can print dollar, guys. That's why they can print dollar. Unfortunately, always unfortunately. Because one day Bitcoin is gonna be the big stuff. New wife Moon Lambo date. New wife Moon Lambo date. Everybody knows, the target for the Bitcoin, but not a lot of people know the date. We know the date, guys. We know the date. People might know the numbers. People might know, at 23 or 25, whatever. But we know the date. My grandpa and grandma are from Venezuela. So you say ruble, which is UK's pile of rocks. Ruble, ruble, it's ruble. Yeah, it's okay, doesn't matter. You understand, listen to your gut and your wallet. They keep pretty much the dollar bill is worthless to me, in my opinion. No, it's not worthless. You just have to understand how these things works. Dollar will keep value as long as there is debt in the world that needs to be paid in dollars. The dollar will, not, hyperinflate. So that's why they can actually print it. Ruble is trouble. So, that's the reason they can just print more money, because people still need to, dollars. Always scheme your profits to be smart and make your money work for you. It's also Barney's last name on Flintstones, Rob. It is? Did not know that. Okay, so beside the Bitcoin right now in this triangle that's happening up here, DXY is going down, guys. DXY is going down. You can see here on the daily time frame up here that we are actually breaking this trend on the downside. We got a couple of lines up here. Let's remove the moving averages on down here. What you're gonna see here, we have been going in some kind of a parabolic move. The parabolic move, it's pretty much over right now. I think the parabolic move is done from my point of view, because we had a first phase up here, the secondary phase up here, and this is the third phase. So we went through all three phases of the parabolic move on the daily time frame, not on the weekly. But on the daily time frame, you can see here we broke the first trend line up here, we broke the second trend down here, and right now pushing a little bit more towards downside. But how long this is gonna take? We're gonna go all the way down to $100 down here, then get this last push towards the upside, and then continue crashing to, dollar towards downside. How this is actually gonna play out, I don't know. But if Bitcoin is correlated with DXY and this continues going down while Bitcoin goes down, when this goes up, Bitcoin should definitely crash big time on the downside, right? So that's tricky. So we're actually thinking that this might bounce up here, but it looks like it's gonna take a little bit more while. So we are looking right now at the next resistance up here. You can see this resistance line up here held very nicely, broke that on the downside. So right now we are looking at this secondary resistance up here. Maybe off of that it gets some kind of bounce towards the upside, and that's gonna crash Bitcoin towards downside. That's the question, and we get our 22, 23, 24, 25 level, whatever that's gonna be on the bottom. But when we get there, we're gonna know. We are going to go up, guys. The mother bottom spoke to me and she told me that until October we explode with altcoins. Ron's vision and mother bottom send you positive energy. There you go, from the Ron himself, the man himself, the guy with the emoji. He thinks we're gonna go up. It might happen. I'm not saying it cannot. Let me show you some reason maybe this can happen. There is a lot of these lines right now. Oftentimes when you dump big time downside, you do this part up here where you have this trend line, and then you break the trend line and you pump towards upside. Right now you can see that, for example, on Phantom over here. Let's go to 4-hourly time frame. So you have this trend line down here, right? And you dump, then you went this trend line, broke the trend line, and then you pump towards the upside. Right? And a lot of other coins have this same kind of thing, right? I don't know if this is the one, maybe it's not. This actually didn't pump that much. But Bitcoin, maybe Bitcoin got also the same thing up here, somewhere up here, and tried to break that, but you know, it failed. Nah, I'm still a little bit bearish, guys. I'm still a little bit bearish, you know, until this last dump comes. There is only limited amount of people on the supply tokens, cryptocurrency. People will catch on soon. No, they won't. People don't understand what's going on, and they will never understand what's going on. They had like hundreds of years to get, you know, what's going on, you know, not hundreds, but you know, they have decades and decades to get what's going on, and they're not gonna get what's going on. Bitcoin will never be 18,000 in my opinion. Sorry, noobs. No, we are not saying 80,000. I'm praying for Bitcoin. We are saying around 23 to 25, right? So we expect another move towards downside. That's it, guys. You know, it's a little bit pointless to look at anything else, maybe ANC or something like that. The ANC is pumping towards upside, but this is, you know, breaking every, you know, trick in the book. Right now everything is a little bit down. It's not much down, it's a little bit down, but you know, and there are some coins that are actually doing okay, but mostly just following Bitcoin. Unfortunately, after this 4-hourly move right now, after this, you know, move towards downside, unless we get some kind of bullish engulfing candle here, right up here or something like that, unless something special happens right after this move towards the upside and then we break the resistance up here, I think most likely outcome out of this, you know, this consolidation phase up here is a move towards downside. Unfortunately, guys, that means that we might see some kind of lows, at least some kind of lows down here at, you know, 26,000, 25,000. But from, you know, what I expect, you know, and I think should happen is, you know, down here at, you know, 23,000 to 25,000 bucks. I think we're gonna go all the way down into this area down here. So that's what I think, at least. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I think I'm gonna prematurely end the stream because I gotta go do some stuff. Beside that, guys, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate you, you know, hitting the like button, you know, spamming the chat and stuff like that. Bitcoin is right now a little bit, it was a little bit exciting, but you know, it's still boring, you know, 3.4%. But as soon as something happens, we're gonna live stream that. We're gonna live stream. So make sure to be, you know, subscribed to the channel and having the notifications button on. So it's not enough just to hit notifications. So you gotta hit notifications, then you have to press the little word that says all, O-L-L, right? All, you get all notifications. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so that said, let's end it with a nice tune as always, and that's gonna be, what is the tune, man? Where is the tune? You know what we're gonna play at the end of the stream. You know what we're gonna play at the end of the stream. There we go, guys. Bottom is close. We're gonna hit the bottom. If you survive this, you can buy all the cheap altcoins you want, guys. Me and you, we're gonna buy all the altcoins and we're gonna wait for 2 years and cash out. See you guys. Bye bye.